Today I'd like to talk to you about Modern Warfare 3's new Warzone map Urzikstan and my thoughts and feelings on it so far with the few hours of gameplay I've had on it since its release, and how much I think it has improved on itself since all the previous Warzones except Verdansk. Although Verdansk wasn't perfect, it was definitely close to it, and I'm sure has a place in everyone's hearts for the tough time it got us through. Without going too much into the details on the patch notes, which I'm sure a lot of you who are fans are aware of, there was a lot of quality of life changes brought into the game that all fans had been crying out for since the release of Modern Warfare 2's Warzone. In my honest opinion, the Warzone franchise really put Call of Duty back on the map. I really enjoyed playing on Verdansk, which was one of my first introductions to the whole Battle Royale genre, and I'm sure a lot of you watching can agree that Verdansk is still to this day one of the best Warzone maps to ever grace our screens, alongside the whole fundamentals of gameplay, the feeling of the game through our controllers and mouse and keyboards, and the balancing of everything come the end. Rebirth Island is another fan favourite. We all loved that map, and I would even say that Verdansk 84 with the Cold War integration was a good addition also. But where I feel Warzone started to lose touch with itself and fans alike was when Caldera was released. Now, not everyone might agree with this opinion, but this is just how I felt about the whole situation, and this is my take on it. People definitely still played it, but maybe felt it was missing something. For me, personally, I just didn't like the whole setting of the World War II theme and fighting in that tropical jungle setting. It was at this stage I started dipping my toe into other games to see if I could find that feeling I wasn't getting from Caldera. And it slowly ended up with me transitioning over to Apex Legends for most of my time, and only coming back now and then for Caldera and Fortune's Keep, all the way up to Modern Warfare 2's release with its new Warzone map at the time, Al Mazrah, with its new Rebirth Island maps, Ashika and Vondel. I did always give those maps a chance, alongside the movement and gameplay, but Modern Warfare 2's movement and other aspects of the game really killed it for me. I always had it in my head how I wish things felt like the way they used to. So roll on Modern Warfare 3, and yes, as always, I did buy the game as I wanted to see what changes had been made. And I was also curious to see whether or not I'd like to play this game a bit more again. And I was pleasantly surprised. Now before I get into how the new Warzone map felt, jumping into Modern Warfare Zombies felt very nice, and I know it's not the slide cancelling movement from the Verdansk days, but the movement felt a lot more fluid than Modern Warfare 2, and the Urzikstan map straight off the get-go gave me Verdansk vibes. I do feel that this map was heavily influenced by the style of Verdansk, and I'm just laughing on the inside at me comparing everything to Verdansk. Now the first person in the comments to tell me how many times I say Verdansk in this video, I'll gift a random subscriber a channel membership, so whoever you are, everybody is relying on you. I'm enjoying how the Urzikstan Warzone map is playing and the quality of life changes that has come with it, and for the first time in a long time I'm actually excited to jump into Warzone again. I actually don't know why Raven Software didn't listen to the community sooner, as this is what we were saying all along. And when I took my time reading through the patch notes before jumping into a few games, that by the way is like the size of a small novel, I found myself thinking how all these patch notes should have been changed a long time ago. And like I said, you can really feel these changes, minus a few minor hiccups that hopefully will be changed at some point. Like the major one at the moment being that we have to listen to Philip Graves say it's time to drop into the Warzone and all that shit every time we load up into a game. But all jokes aside, there are some little changes here and there that could make this game feel close to perfect. To name a few would be that I think that the audio in this game could do with a bit of work. Especially when playing solo, I feel like I can't really determine which direction sounds are coming from or differentiate what are footsteps or not. I have a pretty decent audio interface with studio grade headphones, and if I struggle with audio in this game, then someone jumping in for a few casual games will definitely struggle. Audio definitely makes or breaks gunfights, as it's all about anticipating the direction of your enemy to make decisions based off their whereabouts, and at the moment I'm finding it a little hard to do. The gas mask isn't working properly at the moment, well it's not for me anyway, as when I pick it up it equips itself straight away and I have to unequip it and then re-equip it manually as needed, which has got me killed in a few instances when I shouldn't have been killed. I'd say it's a simple fix which would save a lot of frustration among players. The TTK could possibly be looked at. I do feel in a way it is a little too quick and you can get punished harshly and die within split seconds before you even realise. When it comes to getting hit in the head with a one-shot sniper, I do feel like this is okay, but when it comes to close quarters fighting, the outplay ability that you would get from the likes of Apex Legends isn't really there. Maybe that's a problem I share on my own from playing Apex, as if someone has the drop on you, you can turn the fight around. I know that Call of Duty did have a mode like this in the past with a higher TTK, which was well received by the community, but what do you guys think? Are you happy with the TTK how it is right now, or would you like it to be ever so slightly longer? Those are 3 things I can think of off the top of my head, and there are definitely a few more I've left out, but overall I've had a really good experience so far, with a lot of nostalgic feels going on, and I'm excited to see how things develop moving forward. So coming back into this game after such a long break definitely feels funny, and feeling rusty is the best way to describe it. But I can't deny now that we have a one-shot sniper back in the game, it's all I'm thinking about. Getting those long-range snipes and having sniper battles, trying to get downs followed by airstriking one another is some serious fun. I feel like already that's all everyone is doing. I have pretty much all the Modern Warfare 3 guns leveled and trying out different builds to see what is working best for me, and I'm sure everyone else is doing that right now as well. I feel at this current moment, the Cat AMR, the Striker 9 and the Pulemyot 762 are the 3 best guns in the game for Warzone, but over time other guns might be found to be stronger. But for me, these are my go-to guns for now. The gunplay feels significantly better overall for every gun you pick up, and I like the way now that you can see the weapon rarity colour over guns on the ground and guns that come out of the loot crates. When I say the gunplay feels better overall, the movement mechanics definitely play into this as well, which adds to the way the gun feels, and the weapon balancing is quite even too. Not all guns do the same damage, but you can definitely outgun someone with a common weapon if they had a legendary weapon, let's say. Might take a bit of finesse, but it can definitely be done. It's still early days for Urzikstan, but so far so good. I feel like they've done a good job on its launch. And for once there was nothing absolutely game breaking, well, not that I'm aware of anyway, but I really hope to keep this up moving forward. If anyone is curious about giving this game a go or had stopped playing it for the same reasons I did, I definitely recommend downloading it and giving it a try and see what you think for yourself. And for you guys who have had a play on it already, I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings down in the comments below. That's all I have to say on this topic for now, folks, but be sure to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all next time.